You may be interested in learning some of the advantages that come with having, a lighter skin tone, and perhaps adding some of the advantage that you have noticed in the society of being white. You can just add them in the comment box. So I invite you to come with me up to the end of this video. If you are a white person, you are held with high regard by the virtue of just being white amongst black people. That's my point. Not amongst your own people. I'm saying if you're a white person and you throw yourself into a group of black people, you're already held with high regard without even saying a single word. They will gather around you. They'll start looking at you. They'll start smiling at you. They'll start, loving you for the virtue of just being white, as opposed to vice versa. If you take a black person and there's a group of white people, and you take that black person, you throw them into the group of other white people, they're not held with high regard. Forget about it. You're just an ordinary person if you're lucky, or you could be a lower than an ordinary person if you're just one person amongst, amongst white people. But if you are a white person and you join black people, you are held with higher regard. That's an advantage. Before you even talk about anything else, you already have an advantage there. Now, you want to get into a business transaction, you want to do business. Say you go to the southern part of Africa, the middle part of Africa, Central Africa, going down to the southern part of Africa, where the black population is probably more black population there. You go there, you want to start a business, and your skin tone is white. You want to open a mine, or you want to invest into whatever business that some black person is already running. They will not have as much reservation as they would if one person of their own comes to say, I want to invest in your business. So by the virtue of your skin tone, people already want to do business with you. So what I'm saying is that the skin tone gives trust. It gives confidence. So if you take advantage of the skin tone that you have, say you have a lighter skin tone, already it is commercial. You can actually make your skin tone a commercial product. Whiteness is actually commercial in this world that we are living in, especially if you go to the southern part of Africa there. A person who is an employer amongst black people is called Kiwa or Murungu. Murungu or Kiwa simply means white person. So amongst black guys, and one of them is employing them, say they are running a small business or a big business. If somebody visits there and they are also black, African, they'll say, I want to see the Murungu here, meaning that I want to see the Kiwa or the white person here. So in other words, being white already means you are an employer to the black person. That's what it means psychologically to them. A whiteness means you're not one of us, but whiteness means that you are superior to us. It is an advantage that you can actually take advantage of before you even do anything. The moment you are born and you realize that your skin tone is on the lighter note, already you have an asset, you have a commercial product that you can actually use to make money in the world. So easy. There are creams that we people with a darker skin tone, we use to make our skin lighter. Because generally we believe that a lighter skin tone is perhaps a symbol of superiority or something like that, or it's a symbol of beauty or something like that. I don't know. But they are cream products that are actually used to make the skin, especially the face, just to make it, lighter. Because when it's lighter, we believe that lighter is beautiful. Most people believe lighter is beautiful. And those skin products, they do sell a lot. So what does that mean for a white person? It means that your skin was already light, so you have an advantage in this world. You don't need to buy those. Not at all. You don't. Because already your skin tone is held with a high regard. Talk about hair products. There are products that we buy for our hair to make our hair more shiny and much longer, and hence we look more beautiful. We try to imitate everything that is white. One person, they want to look lighter, and at the same time, they want their hair to look longer. So who are they imitating? They're imitating somebody that is white. I'm not talking about whether it is good or it is bad, but I'm just saying that it exists. And for a white person, it is an advantage because you don't need to buy those things. You see, I know there are white people that use wigs, that buy wigs and they wear those wigs. Um, but for black people, it is more common. You need to wear a wig because when you wear a wig, you look better off. And as humanity, we have perceived that to be actually better than having our own hair, you see. So being white in itself, you are people that are held with a higher regard. And if there are black people that are watching this video, you can go to the comment section and either agree or disagree with me on that point. But honestly, according to what I've seen socially, we hold white people with a higher regard. You see, as black people, we have admired all the languages that are spoken by people with a lighter shade. I tell you this, the languages that are spoken by white people, they are international languages, and they're languages that are used in commerce, and hence those languages are more important than our own native languages. The language that are spoken in the Western countries, for example, English, in Asia, for example, Chinese, or the language that's spoken in India, Hindi, or languages that are spoken in the eastern part of Europe, like Russia, Belarus. It is all those languages. If you go to the list of internationally recognized languages, you will not find my native language on that list because my language does not have commercial value. Even the way money has been named across the world, it cannot be named. You cannot count money using my native language, for example. You use English. So even if you're not educated, you see, and you only know your native language, when it comes to commerce, when it comes to money, you have to switch your language. So in terms of language, you are born and you have a lighter skin tone, definitely your skin tone comes with your language as well. So I'll take English or as an example. If you are born English and you speak English at home, you have an advantage in this world. Because a person like me has to learn English in order to speak English because I was not born English. And yet, in order for me to be able to participate in the commercial world, I cannot participate in the commercial world using my own native language. I have to learn the white man's language, which is English in this particular case. And amongst the people with a darker skin tone, if I see somebody with a lighter skin or a white person speaking my language, it will be something very funny to me. Wow, so this person can actually speak my language. But if a white person sees me speaking English as an example, or speaking Spanish, or speaking French as an example, that does not fascinate them. It's not newsworthy. It's not anything that people can talk about. Why? Because it's normal. I have to. It's a requirement. I have to learn their language. So if you are born And the moment you are born, if you were to look at your skin, that moment you are born, and you see that your skin is white, and you are a white person, you are going to learn a language that has commercial value in this world. You already have an advantage. I like somebody that is born, well, I'd want to look at other people's languages, a lower regard, but I'll just give an example of Nyanja or Chichewa or Shona or Ndebele, all those languages. You speak such kind of a language, you know that I have a mammoth task before me, because my mom is going to teach me Ndebele or Shona, but I am going to have to learn another language if I'm going to make it in this world. If I'm going to make ends meet in this world, I have to learn another language, practice it, master it. And that's the reason why, amongst Black people, when somebody is speaking English, and they don't choose a proper word in a particular sentence, or they do not do the proper present participle framing of a sentence, or they use past tense instead of present when they are framing a particular sentence, people tend to laugh at them and they say, look, this person cannot speak proper English. Why? Because we highly regard languages that are foreign to us. That's the setup that is in this world. And you see, when we're growing up, when we're teenagers, and there's this guy, this dude who could speak fluent English, you would snatch all the girls around the school simply because they are able to speak fluent and good English. And when you would write a letter to, say, your fiancé, your girlfriend in school, when you're doing Form 4, you wouldn't write it in your native language. You can't do that. You can't do that. They will laugh at you. You have to write it in English and in proper English. Then perhaps you throw them to them, they read, then they will reply it again in English. You see now. And it was also prestigious during the days that I grew up to be learning another language other than your own native language. Like, for example, the best students at the school that I went to, those students that were good, they would learn English and French as opposed to English and Shona. You see now. Why? Because the language itself, it has some commercial value. So you're born in France and your skin tone is white and you speak French, obviously you already have an advantage. The set of circumstances that are before you, they favor a positive outcome for you before you even take one step into life. You also need to understand one thing, that being born white, while it is advantageous, it also comes with certain responsibilities. When you're born white, you have a certain responsibilities that you need to take care of. So I've done a video on the responsibilities that come with being born white. If you want to have a look at it, I have put a link down below. You can just open that link, watch it, and it will be an eye-opener to you as well. And if you want to watch more videos from me with regards to social matters that are affecting humanity on earth, please just like and subscribe. See you soon.